Hello there, welcome to Watson's Daily TV. I'm Peter Watson and I'm here with my take on two major topics in this morning's business news, distilled for you in 3 minutes. This is a cut down version of my weekday newsletter, Watson's Daily, in which I usually comment on a number of companies and themes. Can I beat the buzzer? Today I'm going to talk about Apple in India, which is just there, and the UK High Street. There was an interesting article in the Wall Street Journal today that takes a look at Apple's efforts in the Indian market. You can understand why mobile phone companies are keen to do business in what is thought to be the world's biggest untapped market, as there are estimated to be 1.3 billion consumers in the country, with only 24% of its citizens actually owning a smartphone. The upside is clearly enormous, but Apple's market share there has fallen from 2% to 1%, and shipments to the country have dropped by 40% this year. Rivals have adapted their phone lineup to take account of local tastes, but Apple has thus far stuck with its existing business model of keeping the same lineup as everywhere else and selling at high prices. I think that they should manufacture and source more in India to help lower their unit selling prices and become Apple's next China in terms of manufacturing and assembly. Apple unveiled a manufacturing facility near Bangalore last year, but I think if it truly has any ambitions in this market, it needs to throw a lot more resource at it. Surely it would be a good idea for Apple to assemble a lot more in India, as this would lower costs for the domestic market and give potential for an even bigger margin elsewhere if it also exported India assembled phones around the world. It could also keep the Chinese on their toes. No doubt this is easy to suggest, but difficult to do. The second thing I wanted to mention was a couple of bits of good news from UK retailers for a change. Firstly, John Lewis announced a good week last week in fashion and beauty, and the other bit of good news that got some traction in today's papers was the strong showing in Angling Direct's latest trading statement. The UK's largest specialist fishing tackle and equipment maker posted strong numbers, although it's not clear how much of this was due to discounting. Still, it's nice to hear some positive news for a change from the retail sector. You can get more detail on these stories and more in my daily weekday blog on watsonsdaily.com. For instance, in today's edition, I talk about why markets and the oil price are falling and SoftBank's disappointing market debut. Anyway, Watson's Daily is intended to give you the essence of the day's commercial news with opinion. You can read the whole thing in anything between 1 and 7 minutes. So please go to watsonsdaily.com to find out more if you're interested. See you tomorrow and thanks for watching. Watson, out.